Welcome to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to actually hitting the wall. Now, today is a woman who's telling us about her dating experience, actually more of her breakup experience. And this actually went viral. So this may be something you guys actually recognize. I got this clip from Anton Daniels. Men can actually relate to this. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, before we do that, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
Recently broke up with my boyfriend, and I didn't think that I was going to share this experience or this story just because it's not that big of a deal and it's kind of private too, but I decided to share it because I felt like the girls really needed to hear about this. So there are two major points I'm going to make, and I'm going to try to keep this very short. So number one, the way that God has carried me throughout this breakup is really nothing short of amazing and unbelievable. Usually after a breakup, I'm a mess. Like, I've been known to cry in the club over a breakup. Like, I'm telling you, days, weeks, you know. And the fact that that has not been my experience this time is only because of God. And I've been really trying to get back to my relationship with Him, first and foremost, so that He is leading my relationships from now on. Number two is, I feel like a lot of times when we all see these breakup stories, especially coming from the woman's perspective, it's always like this horror story, like, you know, the stuff that she's been through and what he put her through and all the stuff that she put up with. And we all look at her like, girl, why was you in that relationship? Like, why did you stay? But when I tell you guys that that's not my experience at all, like, it just wasn't. My ex was a great guy. Like, even after we broke up, still sending me flowers to my apartment, you know, like, just a great guy, but for somebody else.
Wow, still sending her flowers? What kind of simp is this? Now, I got a question for you guys. Is this guy actually a simp, or is he fighting for his relationship? Is he looking to actually take care of his woman? See, a simp is usually someone who's doing this for a woman that's not his. But if this man was actually with this woman and this is what he was doing to get the woman, this is what he believes he has to do to get the woman back. Now, I'm not calling him a simp or not calling him a simp. I'm just saying this is simpish behavior. But if this is a woman that you truly just you adore and you have to have, then I say go after her, you know, like no other. I would just say do not do this for every single woman. Now, this is a crystal clear indication that this woman was either using him or she just did not like him, because the guy that she was crying about, she's in the club crying about, that was the guy who made her feel something. Pay attention to that word, because when it comes to women and men, now we're talking about emotion versus logic. And when you listen to her speak, this guy did not tug on her emotional strings. In fact, he probably was very stable, very boring, right? His life wasn't lit, maybe, right? Because it just sounds like he had things in order. Women tend to really like the guys who may not have all their stuff together, or may be living a lit and chaotic life. Now, you can be rich and still live a chaotic life, because making money is making money. But women, especially women like this, she looks like she's interested in men who have a life that is full of drama, because she wants to cry. She wants to get out all of her emotions. Now, the reason I put this woman on Wall Watch is because you have to compete with her past. See, men, we're thinking, oh man, you know, I like her, she's beautiful, ooh, I just gotta have her. Not realizing that you're gonna have to compete with her past. All the mistakes from the guys that, you know, may have done her wrong, or were that guy that actually cheated on her. See, she wants you to think that she didn't like the investigation, the high emotions where she had to figure out what was actually going on. No, she loved it because it made her, it gave her like this sense of fulfillment. The next reason is, when women get older, as they hit the wall, they become more expensive. So her telling all of us that this guy made her standards go up, that is one of the biggest red flags that you will notice. As a woman gets older, she becomes more damaged. She becomes more traumatized, right? Traumatized by her past relationships, which means in her mind, she's going to say, you know what? I'm not going to make the same mistake. But she's clearly looking to make the same mistake because that guy had her emotionally charged up. This is why you keep hearing her talk about how she feels. Now, she talked about not being damaged and this being a pretty decent experience as far as the breakup is concerned. But let me tell you guys this. When you're still talking to your ex, when you're still sending gifts to your ex and she's still receiving them and still giving you conversation, that means there is hope that you guys will get back together. This is what I used to tell all of my exes. Hey, I don't talk to my exes because I know what that's going to lead to. They're going to want to try to, get back with me, right? Like that's what's going to happen. And in most cases, I've seen this happen with other women. The best part, and this is actually the best part, especially if you guys don't get back together, you at least get to have intimacy with her. You at least get to beat the brakes. You get to beat the brakes off, and you don't have to worry about how she feels every single day because that is going to change. Just like this woman here, she clearly used this dude. Now, I always say that once you get out of your first relationship, after that, everything is a rebound because you're taking in whatever you learned or whatever damage you received in that previous relationship. You're taking that into the next relationship. Now, how you handle the damage and the trauma is all up to you. Now, I would not be surprised if the guy she was crying about in the club is now back in the picture. Think about it, fellas. The man that had this woman crying in the club with all the songs playing, right? Those songs are constantly emotionally charging her up. So much so to where I really believe that guy might be in play, or there's other guys in her rotation. So fellas, we're sitting here trying to figure out, oh man, what happened in the relationship? And baby, please, what did I do wrong, baby? I can fix it, baby. We can fix this, baby. We can fix it. Not realizing that they have mentally and emotionally moved on to the next Johnson. And maybe that Johnson is already beating the brakes off. So, fellas, this is something that is important for us to understand. Clarity, right? The first thing is she's going based on her feelings, not logic, not what makes sense, but actually what makes sense to her. Next, it wasn't a horror story. I'm going to say it's not a horror story yet because the guy is still putting in effort. That's why it's not a horror story yet. Once he stops putting in, or once he realizes what's actually going on, that's going to change, because whether she realizes it or not, damage has happened, whether it's to her or it's to him. So with this being said, fellas, it's important that you find passion, that you follow your purpose, because your confidence is key. Confidence is key over all of these things, right? Passion is that thing that's going to help you get up out the bed and get your ass to work. But you're going to feel fulfilled, right? Now, hopefully within this passion, this is actually your purpose. Now, purpose breaks down into two things. You're a helper or you're a creator. Next, to build up your confidence, meditation, investing, and exercising will help you. Better mind, better body, better finances. Adapt, fellas. The most important message in this is adapt to what's going on around us. This is stripper culture. To me, it sounds like this woman's love can be bought, at least for all the newcomers. But there's still a special place in her heart for that guy that she was crying about over in the club. So with all of this being said, I got to ask you guys a question. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you're watching these videos, you are becoming a better version of yourself. Also, I want to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.